Today, I'm going to be talking in sequential order from 2018 up to today in reference to Meghan Markle and Harry's behavior, and in my opinion, why I think Meghan Markle is a psychopath, and my opinion on the UK, the US, and Harry's PIP status, what's going on with them now, and the behavior of Meghan Markle that we all know is abhorrent. However, I have an opinion I'd like to share with you, and this again is just simply my opinion. If you're interested in this type of almost like a radio show, I would say, I love to listen to YouTube myself, not necessarily watch, but that's just me. My face is all over my channel. Nobody needs to see me right now. Now, Meghan Markle. The reason people have such a visceral reaction to Meghan Markle is because there is nothing authentic about her based on her behavior, specific behavior. She's very awkward in social situations, which, if you're a psychopath or a narcissist, you don't care. And based on this woman's, I do not like to talk about people's falls from grace. For instance, Lance Armstrong. He had a huge fall from grace, and he's still my hero. As far as I'm concerned, he won all of them. I do not care if he cheated. They all were. Like Bill Burr said, he didn't do nothing to me. Hey, look, what if he was a CEO? He would have been putting stuff into the water. He would have been doing this. He said, just keep him on the bicycle. Just keep him on the bicycle. He said, he didn't do nothing to me. He said, all those guys are roided up anyway. So our roided guy beat your roided guy. He said, who cares? And the FDA and had a fit about Lance Armstrong. Okay, what about Harry and his mushrooms and his acid and his cocaine issues and all of that? Why did Meghan Markle walk down that aisle with the ugliest dress? And I do not talk about fashion. This is the first video where I'm really just going to say what I want to say. Meghan Markle looked like a hot mess the day she was married. A hot mess. You know why? Because she smokes. She smokes marijuana. She does drugs. She probably takes Ozempic. And it was a little loose because I bet you she told Harry she was pregnant. Now, what about those fake pregnancies about Meghan Markle? Now, the other person who really bothered me was Meghan's mole. Do you remember the royal mess? Okay, so Meghan's mole would come on and she would say, hello, my gorgeous, good looking friends. How are you? Are you ready to hate on Meghan Markle? See, I don't like that. I'm talking about everything that she talks about makes me so angry because she doesn't do any of it. And why doesn't the mainstream media call her out? Drew Barrymore did when she brought out that sign of Lady Diana and her when Drew Barrymore was just a little girl on ET, and she showed it to Meghan. I actually felt sorry for Meghan in that moment because Meghan said, quote, oh, that's so adorable. I'll tell H. And then Drew Barrymore, kill. Who talks like this? How do these people get talk shows? Okay. I never watch it. I'm sorry. I have a visceral reaction to Meghan Markle. She faked and lied about being suicidal when she knew Harry heard stories his whole life about his mother. No wonder the guy is still look, I'm not putting like sticking up for Harry. I think that but listen, how could we ever understand what it's like to be a royal? Think about it. Like I think about it because you can't. Nobody who's that privileged? Who's that privileged? And if you can't stay for the whole live right now, watch the video afterwards. And you know what? I'm starting a non donation charity and I'm doing, well, not myself. Trevor and I are conducting a trivia and giving out $100 to whomever can answer the most questions about Meghan Markle, Prince Harry, the royal family correctly. But she faked wanting to unalive herself when there are people that really have gone through that. And she sits there and smiles about it. That's psychopathic. Okay. Also, the kids. What kids? This is what I think. I agree with Emma on TNT UK. I believe that there is a boy, and his name is not Archie, because based on the research, there there is no birth certificate for an Archie Mountbatten anywhere. Lilibet, that's the other thing. How could that witch take Her Majesty's pet name? Now, this is the stuff we all know. However, really, really, Megan, you are a destructive force on this planet. You do not do anything for the good. I wouldn't be surprised if you're so narcissistic and psychopathic. You hang around the Clintons. The Clintons, I don't know what their um, YDOB count is, but they're crazy. They're not nice people. And I think what people don't understand is a lot of people who reach that level of a high place in politics. If you don't have a brain like Elon Musk, those types of people come around once every, century. Um, at any rate, Meghan Markle's faking a pregnancy, flashing it in front of the royal router, and they won't say anything against the Queen. And Queen Elizabeth on her, oh, you all know. And I went through something, and I remember thinking, why is her wedding dress baggy? I bet you she told Harry she was pregnant and had a miscarriage because he said that on the documentary. So he either believed it or he's a really good actor. Also, Archie, there is no birth certificate anywhere for an Archie Mountbatten anywhere. Based on what I heard, but I don't know for a fact, but other people have said that for a fact. And Lilibet, her taking the Queen's pet name from her father, Bertie. Now, who can tell me who was Queen Elizabeth's father, Bertie? That was his pet name. Who was his um, elocution? Oh, not elocution and not execution. He had a stammer, and this man helped him out of the stammer. Does anybody remember his name? Well, if you don't, watch the King's speech. What is your visceral reaction to Meghan Markle? I get so angry because she slept her way to the top, in my opinion. And I think she knew Andrew before Harry. Um, I also heard Virginia Giuffre was in a car accident. And Lady Victoria Collin has been calling the Epstein women the survivors. Um, ladies of the night. I do not. And do you know that Eyes Wide Shut was filmed at Lady Victoria's castle? That movie was made in what, the late 80s, mid 90s with Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman. What the hell do they know? People know things and say nothing. And that's what bothers me. And I just think Meghan Markle is abhorrent. And I also am going to say something that everybody will just, and so many areas that I need to improve upon in life. However, Meghan Markle, when I do this trivia with Trevor, we have some questions that are going to knock everybody out of the park. And this has been a very this is a very simple. There'll be lots of simple questions. It's for $100 because it's a non-donation charity. And that's the other thing. Meghan Markle, have you heard about what's happened with Archwell? That charity is a Fugazi, and I'm trying to start something real. I just don't understand why people just, I don't know how people use each other. And that's the other thing Meghan Markle does is she just uses people. I mean, for the word now markled to mean ghosted, you know? I mean, Pierce Morgan was the first one to call her out. And when he walked off of Good Morning Britain, I was so proud of him. At any rate, okay, well, that's it for now. Oh, hello, Sashi, watching you from Nepal. May God bless you always. P.S. Thumpa. Well, thank you so much. That's so kind of you. Thank you for liking and watching. I appreciate it. You should subscribe and join the raffle or the trivia. It's fun. I love stuff. Oh, I'm not supposed to be showing. Okay. Bye, everybody. Have a great day. Trevor and I are going live tonight, too. Bye. Goodbye, Sashi.